how to clean your credit. That's one of the things I don't believe in charging for myself. I believe in, if I get on the platform, the relationships I've been able to build with people like you, that I should be able to give our community that for free. So I tell people this, is that the reason why you can't get a lot of the negative items removed from your credit report is because there's a company called SageStream. There's a company is because there's a company called SageStream. There's a company called LexisNexis. There's a company called CoreLogics. There's a company called ARS, and there's a company called Innovis. Those are secondary data furnishing companies. Those companies house the information that verifies the negative information on your credit report that helps match the collection agency's information, your foreclosures, your repossessions. They match that information with your secondary data furnishing companies. If you opt out and suppress these 5 furnishing companies, it will enhance your deletions by 60%. When you do a dispute method, you have to understand as well is that only way you can remove a negative item if it's inaccurate or if it's unverifiable. We cause inaccuracies by removing unverifiable by removing the secondary data furnishers. That causes it to be unverifiable because this is where they verify your data. So we opt out of those. Then we make things unverifiable, meaning look at the names and addresses. Any misspelled names, any wrong addresses on your credit report are most likely tied to negative accounts or accounts on your credit report. Remove them. You should only have one. Boom. You can do that over the phone. You never send a dispute letter to remove addresses and misspelled names. You do it over the phone. Now you've caused inaccuracies and you help make things inaccurate and help cause the negative items to be unverifiable just by opting out and suppressing those. So now when you do a dispute, I tell people use a 609 letter. Find a template, make it sound like it's personal. Don't just use it cut and paste. Take some of the words out, make it sound personal. Make it sound like it's coming from first person. You're talking to the credit bureau. Then what do? You send your disputes in. That's one way to get negative items removed. Biggest bar is most people don't know there's a company called Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, CFPB.gov. That's the government regulation site that governs the credit bureaus. The credit bureaus are private companies. So TransUnion, Experian, and Equifax are privately owned. Well, CFPB controls them. Well, if you don't want to if you go through and you suppress the secondary agencies and you make things unverifiable and inaccurate, and it comes back and the company says, oh, that's true, it did belong to you. What I tell people to do is this. You can play a game against the creditors, the credit bureaus. You can play a game against them. Is that they have a computer system that scans and reads the letters. If they have 30 days to complete their investigation, I'm going to send my letter and backdate it 2 weeks. So I take a letter and I go, okay, today's the 14th. I'm going to put the 1st on my letter, send it in, backdate it 2 weeks. 2 weeks later, I'm going to send a 30-day demand to comply. Meaning it's only been 2 weeks. Do you have my investigations or not? If you don't have my investigations, you have to remove the negative item. Oh, you don't have it? Cool. I'm not going to wait for you to respond and delete it. I'm going to go tell the government, the governing company, CFPB, you're not following their rules. I don't even care if they verify it or it's accurate or not. You're wrong, TransUnion, Experian, and Equifax, because you have laws to follow, and if you don't abide by these laws, you're going to get fined.
Dang, that's deep.
So now I go and take my letters and I send it to CFPB.gov, and I say, hey, I sent my letters in. They have yet to provide me with my investigation results. What happens is that their computer system contacts their computer system and it says no results yet, removes the negative items off their credit report. That's how you remove negative items off your credit report.
Dang. All right, so I'm glad I got this. Okay.